Hello guys and welcome back to another tutorial. Sorry it's been a while. I just been, goofing around and I added the colors to my Thomas already. But today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the cab and the wheels most likely. But first I'll start with the wheels because I just feel like it. So if you hit B and just drag it along and select the whole track, hit M. And now you get these 16 squares. Move it to the second square and see how it's now selected down. Now there's a gray dot in here too, instead of it being empty. That means your object's in here. So just go there, hit Control Shift S, Control Center, Shift A, circle, rotate it 90 degrees, move it up. Now hit Tab, move the circle over to probably like right about here, and then scale it down till it like gets to the point of right here. Now hit E and hit escape. Now click on the red arrow, move it till it's like right on the edge right there. Now hit E again, size it till it's like right about there. Now move it, hit E again, and hit the scroll wheel, like click down on it, so then you move it to on the x-axis. Now make sure it's like on it, and if it isn't, just scale it down from the side. That's what I recommend because I do that. So let me just get that down. Hold up. Now hit E, scale it down, EX, go all the way over here to the first circle. So it looks like this. Now hit Shift D and then move it out on the x-axis. This is what I do. But if you looked at Mainland's tutorial, that's not what he did. So you select those circles. Now what you do is select 4 of these vertices. So hold Shift and like right click them. Now hit F to fill them in. Now when I first started modeling, I didn't do this correctly. So just click that, hold F, and there you go. Recalculate. Now hit E, extrude in, tab, hit Shift S so it's cursor to selected. Just go like that. Just go like this. Now hit W so you subdivide it so it's like this. Now select the inside circle. Now what I do is I hit W till it like matches up with these lines. So what I do is I grab like 3 of them. I hit E, selection, cursor. Oh, my bad. So select 3, hit E for extrude, and then hit escape. Hit selection to cursor, so Shift S again. But make sure it's selection cursor offset. Just do this for all of them. Sorry if there's any background noise. Like today's my last day of spring break for my family. I just had school recently, so that's why no tutorials came out. But continue on with this, just keep on doing what I'm doing. Now, you can do this with like a whole bunch of other locomotives and all that. But now, once you got this done, hit Tab, C, and then just grab all the ones that are like dead in the center. Now, move it so then it's like aligned with the circle right here. Make sure it's aligned perfectly. Now, hit C again, use scroll wheel up, select it all. Now, put it like right at. Now, move on the x-axis so it's like right here. Now, hold E to extrude it. So, and then make sure you, of course, you recalculate it. So this is what my wheel looks like so far. Now, hit tab again, hit 3. Now hit R to rotate it at 9 degrees. Scale it down till it's like right there on the circle. Hit F. Now move it where it's like not on it, because if it's on it, that means it will pick up the it'll when it bakes, it'll basically make black spots on here that you don't want. So next thing you want to do is, if it's not lined up, of course, like mine, I'm just gonna smooth mine out. Then I'm gonna E again, scale it down, go scale it down some more, so it's like this. Now what I do for my flywheels is I do this, I hit E, scale it down, move it to on the y-axis, then I hold E again, so it looks like this. Now go here, scale it all the way down so it's like right here. You got this basic part right here. So this all depends on the person, but what I prefer to do sometimes is I just like go right here, I scale it, and then I hit move it back there, and then I move this up here, and then I could do the rod. Now go on the right side where the wrench is, click that, add modifier, mirror. If it's on the X, that means it's inside, so don't apply it. But unclick the X, go to Z, make sure clipping's on, hit tab, go to the little circle right on the inside, E, scale it down, E again, and drag it on the Z axis, so it's like that. So you got your basic wheel all done. Now if you want to, I'm gonna duplicate this along here. So of course you hit Shift D and hit hit Y, and then you can just move it over. Now what you do is, I would go along right here and just click on all this, hit Control B, and like move it with your like mouse, and then go your scroll wheel and like scroll down. You could do it like that or keep your wheel like this, but I prefer it like that. So the next part of this tutorial will be the cab. Now hit Shift S to go back cursor center, spawn in a circle 9 degrees, and what you want to do is move it up, tab, scale it down so it's like right on the edge of the window right here, E, scale it down, add modifier, mirror. Now this is important, so you hit E so it's like connected there, then E again so it's like on the ortho. Now just trace along on the blue edge of the cab right here. It might not be perfect, but something. So now hold Control and click on these vertices one by one. So like if you just go like from up here to down here, you do not want these selected. You want the outer one selected. So then when you hit F, oops, my bad, I think I did something wrong. Hit F, it should look like that. Now hit E and then hit Z. Go all the way down here. Now hit E, go X, down there. Now make sure you go like, don't go straight to it, just I would recommend clicking on like vertices like separately. Now hit F, tab, and then hit 3. Now just move it over here. Now hit E, move it on the, I think, Y axis. So then your cab would look like this. Now hit Shift D. This is what I do. I move another cab back here, and I click this square. So that means these aren't separate vertices. So like what I would do next is select all these ones right here. 3E, move it so it's like on the outside. Now we got the windows down on here, so let me just get the front as well. Okay, so what I do now is I just go to the front cab. I still am on this little square one down here. Hit E, move it up, and then what you do here is make sure you go like get it precise on this point, because this is a really important step if you want your models to look correct. So I would go like this, and boom. So now we got the top of the cab. Now select these parts right here, extrude, and then take these, hit 3 again, just extrude it along here. There we go. Now I'm going to show you how I add color, because I did it. So what I would do is go to, instead of going modifiers, go to this weird thing that looks like a orb next to texture and the triangle right here. If you click new, click this tool, and then just click on the blue part of Thomas, and then I would scale it down to like it's the right color or shade blue for you. And then select these with Z3, but if this comes up, look at the circle, and if one's not in the circle, unselect that, and that'll fix your problem. So just add the colors I would suggest. Now for specular, that's like for, I believe, darker shading, so it gives it like that color effect. So like I do that on my models now, so like they look better. So just select everything one by one, add color onto everything. I would probably, I'm gonna keep on doing some more parts right now, because I'm already not that far in. Oh crap, my bad. Hold up. There we go. So now, to get the smooth texture on your like boiler, go here. Now go onto this side right here. Basically, if it's like this, there's a plus sign, just drag it open. Now, where it says shading, hit smooth. It will look like that. Now go back modifier tab and hit edge split. That's what it will look like. And edge split. So next part is we're gonna do is the running board. Now just spawn a simple in like plain like that. Hit tab, E, move it up on the Z axis. Now this is literally just a simple tracing exercise basically. So like all you have to do is just trace along the running board. I would suggest not to do what I'm doing with the square vertices like as one face, like the face vertice one. I would recommend just doing it by regular vertices like this. Just trace along it and all that, because the more like accurate you get to it, the more better it'll probably look, because I don't know. So let's just get this all down. Hit Control R if you want to add any more vertices. It'll like spawn a purple line. Now like what I'm doing is I'm just dragging some of these vertices down just to edit it a little bit more. Now what I do is hit 1. Now select one side of the vertices and delete them, so you only have one side now. E, along the y-axis, E, and then go Z, drag it down, E again. Now you got the simple basic running board. Now what I would do is go E, like that. Now what I do is I go like this with, I hit Control R, move my running board all the way up, and then, so then it looks like this. Next, hit the square thing again, and then just select the vertices that are on top. Not the bottom ones, but the top ones like this. Okay, you probably need to do it for the back, so make sure you don't forget about that too. So, now go modifier, go to mirror course, clip, make sure clipping's on, now just drag it across. And make sure you hit recalculate, so then it'll look like this. Because if you don't do that and you just leave it the other way, it'll go into Blender and it will be like missing like that plane. It makes it invisible for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does. So like, I would suggest not to do that because your models will look horrendous then. So next part would be is the splasher. So 90, move it up. Now X, hit S, and then hit Y, scale it down, and just delete the bottom vertices till it's like this. Hit Shift D, scale it down, Shift S, and then scale it down the X-axis, and then it goes like that, fit like this. Basically, it's all about like tracing and like making sure all your points are right, and like Blender isn't that hard, but like I would recommend it because SketchUp isn't a good program for models because they don't come out good. Well, they somewhat do sometimes, but the problem is SketchUp's mainly for like buildings, but of course my friends don't believe me. Like two of them, Isaac and Nick, they don't believe me, but that's their opinion. So my opinion here is use Blender. So that will end today's tutorial. But make sure you just, before I go though, go back to the wheel, hit 3C, scroll the wheel until it like selects all these vertices on the inside, and just like add the blue like that before I go, because I want to make sure we're all on the same step here, because I might be releasing another one like probably later tonight, because like if I can't fall asleep, then I'll do one, because I am tired of everybody like saying about like how private content's private and they want it, but like model creators are like, no, make it yourself, but people are like, but we don't know how to. So that's why I'm making these tutorials, so that you people can do something. So have a good one.